Alright, my name is Teresita Blanco Plays sister, and we're continuing with Life Makeover. Like we're back to, we're back to like normal streaming, cause the weird dual stream was like getting a little too complicated. So we're for now only in like the desktop format. The first thing I want to do before I get started on the main plot is do like the fashion battles. Cause I gotta reform the. It's just best to go with like recommended for all of this stuff. And now let's, it just gives resources. And since they're only done at like in a specific time, and here's how it will look in like a regular, without skipping the battle. Yeah, I won. Like every day they give you like 5 tries, but like on the weekends you get more points for trying. So sometimes since they give you 5, you can accumulate up to 15. So it's good to save a few tries for like the weekends. But only if you like go do them like very early and stuff. But since this game doesn't have like the server time, I don't have any idea when things are happening in this, you know. Like I know at least that right now in server time is between 5 and 24 hours. Let's get the daily mission started, cause they'll just be running in like the background. Gotta give resources depending on the strength of your little helper people. See how it goes from B to S. That's the thing with like if your main character's always it's like Nikki, cause like it basically in online battles it'll be Nikki versus like an army of Nikkis. But over here you create your own like main character. But I guess they build their entire fashion game around Nikki. Whatever, it just depends. It's potato. Whatever floats your boat style situation. Alright, let's go back to. Oh yeah, like don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this cute little content. Alright, let's go do the plot. Chapter 7. Then this night there were only a few customers at the Gibson Cafe. A young man showed a dress to the nines, exuding an air of sophistication. He had a way about him that made everyone in the vicinity drawn to him. He gazed at me with a smile on his face and longing in his eyes, and I felt as if I'd seen that smile before.
You don't remember me? It's me, Sean.
Like his look actually, aside from like with like that silver highlight over there, and you remove that from his hair, and it reminds me a bit of Aeon from like Shiny Nikki. But then again, all anime characters look alike. I don't know, or did that sound did that sound anime racist? Whatever. Moving on. It's Sean. I finally searched through my memory to see if I can recall anything. Sean. What a name. It's such a man. It's like in like America, Sean is like Bob. The name doesn't ring a bell. Perhaps it was mentioned on the news the other day. For a good thing or a bad thing? No, much earlier than that.
You haven't forgotten me, have you?
As he winks and flashes a smile, I feel a flood of memories come rushing back. Is it you? You are seeing like the Netflix show called You? If it's you from You, like red flag and run away. When I was a kid, Artsy used to ask the boy living next to us to look after me when she was not at home. Oh, so he was like my babysitter. I remember he always smiled and we spent a lot of time together, but lost touch after he moved away. It was a great surprise for us to be reunited like this at a coffee shop. Surely it must be destiny. Oh my goodness, Sean, what are you doing here?
I happened to have some free time on my hands and was coming to grab a cup of coffee. Someone told me I'd soon have a surprise in store for me. I guess you're the surprise.
Miss Surprise has a nice ring to it.
It's been ages since we last saw each other. You look as lovely as ever.
Anything else? Surely there must be something different about me.
Well, you've certainly shot up a few inches, I think.
Hey.
Just joking. I can scarcely believe it. The little girl I used to babysit. Now an independent woman. Say, how about having dinner with me? We can celebrate your new career path.
Anytime. Great, I'm available anytime.
Okay, perfect! I'm telling you, you're gonna love this place.
Sean and I exchanged our contact info so we could keep in touch. Looking at my profile, Sean seemed taken aback. What?
I'm positive I've seen your profile picture somewhere before.
Well, that's strange. I guess what he's implying is that somebody is like stealing my content, which is something that happens to literally everyone in the internet. Probably Nikki. I'm just joking. No, just that like Life Makeover is like futuristic, while Nikki's thing is like fantasy, fairy decor. Two completely different fashion styles.
And yet they each have, and yet you see a lot of Nikki outfits that look exactly like the ones here.
Influence, drawing influence stuff.
You have la cuerda in the back and the a music box.
That's it! The other day I saw this vlog on Vana, where they were promoting fashionable outfits. That vlogger used the exact same profile picture as you.
What kind of an outfit was it? Movie girl style, elegant ladylike? Alright. Like the one type of fashion style that this kid has, the Nikki does is Egyptian. They have a lot of ancient Egyptian inspired outfits.
I like to share this in Discord just to troll, right?
Like if I wasn't like a trolling mood, I could just share this in the Discord forum and watch them explode. But then again, they're doing that, then they'll never let me post there again. And yes, yeah, by trolling people, you get a good chuckle every now and then, but then that's a quick way to make enemies. But it's like fun to like, you know, just think evil but not act upon it. Oh, whatever, like there's worse things in life than randomly trolling people. Whatever, don't troll people, it like annoys them.
That would be a cool fight, I guess. Nikki versus whatever. Does she have a naming game?
Small world. Turns out the vlog I posted had blown up and Sean had ended up seeing it. Unbelievable. Sean nodded with a smile when he learned that I was working to become a designer.
You are talented, and I believe that you will soon realize your dream.
Before he could finish his work, someone hit a shutter from not far away and we all heard it. Somebody took the photo. Some young girl stuck excitedly in the corner and then turned and hastily ran off. You never catch me alive.
OMG, look at that guy! Is that Sean? It's really him, my idol. Even from behind, he's so gorgeous. Think I could get a signature?
Seems they've recognized me.
Idol signature, is he?
I've always looked up to the ideology of
I
this
always
designer.
looked up to the ideology of this designer.
Thanks for your invitation.
Thank you for your invitation. Are you some kind of celebrity now? Ask that to like if you run into some that's as if like I don't know like Leonardo DiCaprio was your babysitter when you were 5, you know, it's very random. That your babysitter is now a celebrity.
You seem surprised. You didn't know?
Well, not everyone starts rich, you know. Seeing how shocked I am, Chambers out laughing.
Anyway, it's nice to finally see you again. I'd hoped you'd find out I was famous and seek me out sooner, but that wouldn't have been for the best.
We're really starting to draw a crowd, and how do we intend to slip away from them?
Don't worry, I've gotten used to it. Whenever I'm surrounded by adoring fans, I slink off using a disguise.
Chan said something to our shop assistant beside us and then motioned for me to come with him. Do you think we can shake them?
There are too many of them, so going out the front door isn't an option. We'll have to take another way.
Another way?
I requested them to prepare 2 sets of clothes for you. Something simple and convenient. Change your getup, then follow me. We'll be taking a special path.
Sean leads me then by the hand as we head through the back door and rush to the nearby outdoor market. The market is crowded with pedestrians looking to buy snacks and other items. Despite the fact that I'm desperately gasping for air, no one seems to pay me any mind. Good God, how far do we just run, and aren't you out of breath?
Me? No, I'm okay. How are you holding up? Should we take a breather?
Suddenly, Sean's phone screen lights up. Someone's calling you, a worker call, maybe?
Maybe, but it doesn't matter. I'd like to take you back to your office first.
Thank you, please go ahead, no problem getting home alone. I'll send you a message as soon as I get back, and you have my information, right?
I know. I just want to stay with you for a little longer.
How is Ashley, by the way?
Sean's concerning words for her reminded me of the pain and heartbreak that I suffered, so I answered him with silence. Oh, everyone's asking about my dead sister. Sean noticed something strange and looked at me with concern and hesitation, and he spoke with a careful choice of words and tones.
What happened?
She passed away in an accident some days ago. The police have been investigating her death but found no clues.
Sorry. I didn't even know about this till just now.
Nothing, you'll know it sooner or later, and I'm all better now after I spelled it out. The night was growing dull and cold, and after a long silence, Sean began with his words. Or I guess Sean spoke.
Forget all that. Go get some sleep. I believe someday the truth will come out.
A car pulled up to pick him up, and Sean wished to speak but lost his words and left with the car. Bye-bye, Sean. The next day, I arrived early at my sister's office. Having stored away the documents that I collected yesterday, I started browsing the order book on her laptop. It was a record of Ashley's contacts, cases before the accident, and maybe I could track something down with these records. While running through it, I found a jigsaw puzzle on the table.
Ding! Puzzles matched with quest number 145. Client, Miyako Takeda. Status, incomplete.
I remember that name. I think I saw in an email sent to the agency the other day. I see her received the commission right before the accident happened, and could it have something to do with her death? Is this a threatening email? And guess Ashley had to deal with a lot of clients who were off their rockets. Takeda, how much longer do I have to wait? And has the secret of the puzzle not been solved yet? I'm going crazy, and you had the last day to give me an answer, or I'll teach your rubbish off, or I'll tell your rubbish off for its apart. I guess my Millennium Puzzle, maybe? I close the email window and with a sigh and look at the puzzles. Well, I have to complete this puzzle sooner or later. Let's just complete the puzzle. Just a landscape. Not very beautiful. The composition is not skilled to do, and although this could be sold or kept as a collectible, it's a little bit harsh. Anything interesting found?
Scan completed. No valid information found.
We gotta give a search criteria to your artificial intelligence bot helper because, that's when dumb things happen. Wait, the shape of this crest looks strange and give it another look. See? We give more specific instruction to your robot.
Item model reconstruction in progress. Initiating area identification.
Seems to be a corner of a pirate koya and a terrifying yet mysterious threat. What's the meaning of these words on the back, and why do I feel a strange sense of anxiety? Could you check Makoto Takeda's profile for me, and what's his relationship with our client? Also help me confirm if his actual date of birth is July 14th. Why 14? I mean, like I noticed that the number 14 follows me everywhere. I see it in TV, media, just keep an eye on the number 14 in various places, and you'll notice that it just shows up literally everywhere.
Search complete. Information loading. Makoto Takeda, 20 years old, born in Igano, Fukyo Prefecture, the only son in the Takeda family. Son of Mieko Takeda, date of birth, July 13th.
Just 1 day difference? If it's not a birthday, what would it mean? After glancing over at the front once again, I realized that there may be connection between the two. Something sinister. Must be the work of an enemy stand. Okay, I sent a report to our client telling them what we gleaned from the puzzles.
Ding! Email sent to client.
Maybe I'm just overthinking it, and I certainly hope so.
New email reply. Please check your inbox.
Unexpected businesses, Meiko Takeda. I have to talk to you and make me add Igano now, and I'll pay you 3 times as much as before. And remember, no one else shall know our meeting. That's very sus. Inago has a detective tooth, and why did he entrust Ashley instead? Well, I guess maybe she knows that Ashley be mind reader. Anyway, I should visit him in person and check out the new mind roll task before I go. Handsome girl with the most cool and attractive when fighting. After a several-hour flight, I found myself in the arrival halls at the Igano airport just before noon. It was hotter than I expected, dragging my luggage behind me, and I could feel myself starting to sweat. Like it's a pain when the airports don't have like functioning air conditioners. And yes, I have been in airports that the air conditioner does not work. Especially in third world countries. Mexico, to be more exact. I arrived, but the driver from Takeda's house was nowhere to be seen, and I may have to wait for a while. Hey, Sean.
Morning! Did you sleep well last night? Me either. Barely got any sleep the entire night.
Didn't sleep well. Be sleepy.
The worst part is that my agent gave me an early morning wake-up call, so I'm still super sleepy. Anyway, I was calling to say I may have to cancel our little dinner date. I've just been told I need to go to Igano for a week on business. Whenever I'm on a business trip, my agent will handle my phone, so I may be incommunicado for the week. Now's the only time I could let you know. We'll just have to take a rain check until I get back.
I'm in Igano on business too and just got off the plane.
Wait a minute! You mean we're in the same place right now?
I come for a mission.
You don't say. Is it a tangled web of lies and deceit, like in the movies?
You aren't coming to Igano for a secret investigation, are you?
I come to check if the mission has something to do with Ashley.
It's too risky.
I'm about to get off the plane now. Wait right there. I'll come to you.
I think he was just looking for an excuse to like slack off work. But whatever. Just since he's like a millionaire now, he can afford to slack off whenever. Sean hung up the phone with anxiety giving out from his body, and I was made nervous too. Can I wait for him? The case is confidential. I stood there in indecision and suddenly heard a regal voice with a slight tinge of indifference.
Excuse me, are you Miss...
That's me, Ayuda. Clad in a suit, a man bows and introduces himself polite but with a tinge of condescension. He's giving some strong demon butler vibes. But then again, all demons like look down on humans because you know they've been stomping around since like forever. They see all and they know all. Ladies.
Ryosuke Miyano at your service. Mrs. Takeda asked me to pick you up. Please, this way.
May I wait a moment, please? My friend is coming to meet me right now.
I'm sorry, but could you please contact your friend after we set off? Otherwise, we may be late.
I don't mind being late. I understand, and it's so smelting out here. May I change my clothes before we go? Ryosuke Miyano glances at me without saying anything and then seems to relent.
I'll be waiting for you in the car. we must depart in 3 minutes.
Good, I was able to stall him. As Miyama got in the car, I quickly took a photo of the license plate and sent it to Sean. Having done that, I started dragging my suitcase and looking for a place to change my outfit. That's overwhelming, and let me change into a noble and high-profile outfit. This uniform is great, and it would be better if it had some elements to make me, who look young and innocent. Well, we are 19, so we qualify in the game world. We're 19, so we qualified as young and innocent. Sean didn't show up or send any reply when I finished changing and got into the car. Millano drove like a madman, and my nerves were on edge. Or don't you mean he drove like a demon? Or like a man possessed by a demon? Mr. Millano, may I ask you if Miss Takeda has ever asked any other detectives to deal with the puzzles?
No. Mrs. Takeda did not want too many people to know it. And the interests of Igano's detectives are intertwined with those of the police. It's hard to trust others.
I didn't expect he was cautious despite his short temper. I was about to inquire some more questions about the case when I was suddenly interrupted by a panic stop. What happened? Our way was blocked by a car, and soon we were surrounded by 7 and 8 gruff-looking men with baseball bats. The Yakuzas?
Don't get out. It's just some ruffians who have it out for the Takeda's house.
Millano opens his car door to speak with the men, and a look of deadly seriousness across his face. However, the men immediately start pushing him around and violently beating him. Well, if you're gonna do demon butler stuff, now is a good time to get your freaky on. Oh my god, I call the cops now.
Ding! Emergency request sent. Emergency request sent.
Starting to think I should have installed a gun or a taser on my robot helper. However, it's already late. The men continue to approach as I feel a sense of desperation. I should have waited for my K-pop friend. Just as one of the dogs is to open my car door, someone appears and delivers a swift kick to the dog, disarming him. John!
Don't worry. You're safe now.
Watch out! However, his incredible physical display immediately shows that my worries are unfounded. Well, they don't tell you when you get into the music industry that you're gonna need to be fighting more often than people would dare to tell you. I mean, heck, even Jackie Chan, who's like a karate man, he needs a bodyguard. So whatever he normally deals with is more than he can handle, even though he was trained to be Bruce Lee's replacement. The same thing for the commercial real estate. It's insane, all of the crazy stuff that you gotta deal with when you're selling office space to random weirdos that later turn out to be mafiosos who are there to launder money. Just nuts. How much violence there is in seemingly peaceful types of ventures. Sean proceeds to beat the man to a pulp, and his punches come fast and furious, every single one landing. Eventually the goons get back in their car and flee, and Sean and I check on Millano to see if he's okay. I guess he was just a regular butler. Not every butler's a demon butler. Some could be Alfred. Alfred also was a karate man too. The more you know about Batman. Shouting in a daze, he stands up and his clothing is disheveled and one of his wrists is swollen.
My watch. Where's my watch? Have you seen it? It's silver.
I guess they robbed him while they were beating him to a pulp.
This one?
This one? Oh wait, he said.
Yes, that's it.
Miyano grabbed the watch from Sean's hand. He said it, and he clearly losing it would have devastated him. It must be the only item of value that he has. It must be really important to him. Mr. Miyano, your wrist
Thanks
is...
to our friends back there, no doubt. It's fine. I'll go to the hospital to get it checked.
We'll go with you, and you can't drive with your wrist like that. I was about to get into the car and accompany Miyano to the hospital when the van ringing sounded on my phone. The clothes suitable for the night running should be easy to move, simple and loose, right? A simple matching task this time, so finish it quickly and accompany Miyano to the hospital. Yeah, like she's gonna change outfits right there with like the guy bleeding out, you know? It's like, I know you could have a concussion for it, you know, but I gotta do my social media post because that's the only thing that keeps their lights on at night since like the moneymaker sister got murdered. Oh yeah, I just noticed that like the writing on the code over here says implying 00. Yeah, that's a 1. I guess that sounds amusing. However, upon hearing our offer to take him to the hospital, Miyano simply shook his head.
Thanks, but I must make sure you are not delayed simply because of my injury.
Realizing that Miyano addressed me, Sean raised his brow and glanced at me but didn't say anything. I gave a little cough and tried to shake this thought as if I hadn't heard anything. Was that a bad joke? Let's hail a taxi to take Mr. Miyano to the hospital. We've taken much persuasion to get him to agree with the plan. Oh wow! So in this world, like taxis is just a thing. I thought that like Uber had like completely killed like the taxi market.
He doesn't want to go to the hospital because he doesn't get paid. He doesn't get insurance working for her. So that's smart.
And he probably doesn't want to go to like the hospital because like that chick probably doesn't give him like insurance or something. When the taxi arrived, Miyano was still worried about us, and he insisted that the Takeda's driver picks us up.
Really, that won't be necessary. How about I take her there?
Sean came to me with a smile and there's an air of intimacy.
I appreciate you wanting to help, sir. However, our trip is confidential in nature. We really mustn't allow any outsiders to be involved.
Upon hearing Miyano's voice, Sean is first confused and then is clearly upset.
What in the world are you talking about? She needs me.
What? I need him? Why? I'm starting to get like the uber suspicion that maybe the thugs were sent by this guy so that he plays like the hero. Cause now, yeah, when he knew me when he was little, I was just some brat to him. But then since I grew up and got hot, then suddenly he'd be like, "Wow, I could definitely bone that chick I used to babysit." Well, that got dark. But then again, just making stuff. When you're like a writer person, you easily make up random stories very, very easily. Just using slightly little bit of flimsy details.
Excuse me for not introducing myself earlier. I am Sean, her private assistant. It's nice to meet you.
So he's going to tag along and help with the investigation, and why would he want to do that? Very sus.
Your assistant? Is that true, Miss Detective?
What else could I say? I feign a conciliatory nod at Miyano. Yes, he's my assistant. Well, he's a man that is assisting, but he's not. But in a legally binding sense, he's not my assistant if things go wrong. I am terribly sorry for neglecting to mention him just now.
All right. You go ahead then. I'll be back once I've taken care of this wrist.
With that, Miyano walks out and Sean opens the car door for me with a smile on his face.
Shall we go?
My face blushed, and how can I not embarrass him back? I'm going for an investigation, dear superstar, and are you sure you want to forget about your work?
Relax. I start tomorrow, so I'm all yours for now. It should be fun to play the role of your assistant for the day, detective. Come on, get in. I can't wait to hear all the juicy details about this case.
I share my suspicions and the information about the commission with Sean along the way. His suspicions soured a bit when he heard the name Makoto Takeda.
Makoto Takeda?
You know him?
He's got a sordid reputation. A spoiled rich kid whose family bails him out whenever he stirs up trouble.
So basically, the guy's a cliche, you know, like it's good. Well, I was saying that the news, like you were saying that like because of the news and stuff, only reports on like the rich spoiled brats. You were saying that all rich people are like the absolute worst, but you know that saying, if it bleeds, it leads. So I guess if they're just behaving and being like, you know, normal type of people, then of course you're not gonna hear about like the millionaire people who are just like trying to live their life while being rich but causing as little harm as possible. Just being a bit of devil's advocate or whatever.
A scandal of the rich and famous is always a media circus. Makoto has graced the headlines numerous times.
Could the process be something with someone to get out revenge?
Considering the less than friendly reception you got back there, I'd say it's very likely.
Access for the security system at the Takeda house scan our license and open the main gate. This was no house, it was a mansion, and it was spawned in a state and even contained a private garden. Wow, I guess that's I have a private garden too, but it's not like a mansion. Well, most of my stuff or plants are dead because it hasn't rained like forever and water's gotten really expensive in Florida. Everything's gotten expensive in Florida.
How about changing your clothes before heading in?
You think of what I'm wearing now is no good? Or maybe he's looking at it for an excuse to watch me get changed.
The Takeda house places appearances above all else. They wouldn't appreciate guests breaking the dress code.
Well, that's a good excuse as any. You can definitely use that, like make the chick feel self-conscious about the outfit, that way she has to change like right in front of you. A good hilarious move and all that.
If you don't want them turning their noses up at you, I suggest you change. As for the style, well, a little ladylike is okay.
I prefer to be a cool lady, and ladies have their own characteristics. It's the afternoon and the garden appears peaceful, and flower petals fall and are carried away by the gentle breeze. Sean sits beside the window and holds out an injured hand, and some cuts are minor and some are more serious. As I clean his wound, I feel sorry for what has happened. Wait, did I skip something?
Stop right there, Makoto! You are prohibited from going out.
Oh, it's just a prank. There's no need to get in a tizzy over it. You can't keep me cooped up all day.
As Sean and I step into the inner court, we happen upon an altercation. A man was arguing with an older woman, and no interruptions from Sean were necessary. It was clear who they were. Meiko Takeda, my client, and the notorious young hellraiser Makoto Takeda.
Mr. Miyano, help me, will you? Talk some sense into him.
Excuse me, madam, but Mr. Miyano has gone to the hospital and won't be back until the evening.
What? Who are you?
Nice to meet you, madam. I am a detective from Artsy's sister agency, and this is my colleague, Sean. Just Sean.
Who invited you? Takedas don't let panhandlers come into our house uninvited.
I asked them to come. Mind your manners.
Detectives? Surely you must be joking. They're just hustling you. How paranoid can you be? You've thrown our entire family into disarray, and now you won't even let me go out! You're like some psychopath control freak always trying to hem me in!
That's enough, Makoto.
No! I've had it! You just want me to stay home! I refuse to stay here any longer!
Shouting crazily, Makoto Takeda smashes the fish tank in front of him. The fish tank shatters into a million pieces, sending glass shards flying, and I can hardly believe my eyes.
Watch out!
Sean rushes in front of me, and a few shards fly by and scrape his hand, and the cuts start to bleed. You know, that type of stunt in like the US, you could definitely sue him, Sean. You got like K-pop lawyer money. Makoto Takeda, however, appears utterly indifferent, and he laughs at Sean's injuries and my panic reaction.
Ha! That's what you get, you moron!
You.
No! Makoto, stop! Look at what you've done! Get back inside. You're not going anywhere today unless I say so.
Screw you!
Makoto Takeda keeps a few broken pieces of glass in a noise and then leaves. Well, that isn't very smart, like, cause like in Japan you walk barefoot in like inside of your own home property. So if you're picking up like glass and stuff, you're like, whatever. It's probably on something. Lithium, maybe.
I think that's the worst of it. I'm sorry, but you'll have to amuse yourselves. I must go attend to my guests.
I try to calm myself down, and as soon as Miss Takeda leaves, I start tending to Sean's wounds. Sean! Sean! We have to sterilize these.
It's nothing. I'm fine. Oh, you're soaking wet. You should go change before you catch a cold.
My hand is like bleeding out. Just go get changed out of your wet, skimpy outfit. I'll go to my room and change into a simple outfit. Then I'll help you with the wound. Try not to bleed out while I try to while I go get changed. You know, just try. I know I'm asking the impossible, but try not to bleed out from a gaping, bleeding wound in your hand, like something out of Sataichi. Cause if I learned anything from like Japanese cinema, is that like from like a little paper cut, you get like a huge torrent of blood. So, but don't worry. Like I think like maybe they have more blood than like the average human, so that's fine. That's but a scratch. He had worse.
I can go get changed, maybe eat a snack.
Yeah. Like, since he was like super low key about it, I'm gonna get changed. I'm gonna like eat like a snack, maybe a nap, and then I'll go check out the bleeding hand. It'll be fine. If it's a musician, like it'll be fine. He can still play guitar without. Oh, what's a good outfit to wear if you're gonna like dress somebody's wound? I think I'm gonna wear something white, you know. That way, as his hand is like bleeding out, it makes like my outfit like very red. Very red. Yeah, that's the best. I mean, and doctor nurses wear white, so you know. They must know. They must know what they're doing. Yeah. Well, I guess it's important to know, like if you're like in a hospital, like if you notice that like people in hospital settings they wear like white clothing. So I guess if they wear something that doesn't show blood, then I guess they can easily go deal with a different patient while they have the dirty blood of like the last person that they tended to. So I guess that's why they wear clothing that show blood easily. That way they can go and like clean it up before visiting like somebody else. Just me ranting about why I'm wearing white clothing in order to go tend a festering, fish-infested wound. Well, fishes are very antiseptic, are they? I'm just speaking nonsense.
You listen to the 15 too.
And fishes are, yeah, and you can use fishes to like defeat demons. And if you have if you had doubts about the lady's madness thing that I'm saying, then it's in the Bible, believe it or not. It's one of them stories that they don't read to you, like in like math and stuff, like the interesting, like the fun stuff. That like this guy that he's gonna go like meet like a lady wife, meet a woman who all of her husbands have been getting killed by a demon that's in love with her. And then guess who's gonna be lucky husband number 5? So then the Archangel Michael.
This time it was Raphael.
This time it was Raphael, like because usually like in the Bible so it's Michael this, Michael that, but no, this time it was Raphael, the one who did it. And then he gave him like an exorcism in order to go using a fish in order to get rid of the demon. Oh wow, that sounds insane. Like people say, it's in the Bible, like saying that is supposed to make sense. Whatever, back to the cute fashion game.
Yeah, I want to see an exorcism movie when he used that picture that thinks the exorcism.
Like I want to see an exorcism movie where like they use a fish to like as part of like the exorcism ritual.
It's like in the Old Testament.
It's in the Old Testament where that happened. If the afternoon and the garden appears peaceful and flower petals fall and are carried away by the gentle breeze. Yeah, I had skipped one. Because he suddenly wounded. Sean sits beside the window and holds out the injured hand, and some cuts are minor, but some are more serious. I mean, we need to take him to the hospital. I mean, the butler gets like pelleted by bats. Well, then again, just lots of cuts. Like I got like this week, like one of the worst paper cuts in the history of paper cuts. It like ripped an entire sheet of skin right off my thumb. Like it was ghastly, bled a lot. As I clean his wound, I feel sorry for what has happened. Those glass shards must have been so painful, and whoops. Guess I need to be a little bit more gentle. You better pay attention to what I'm doing.
Oh, these? Don't worry, just a few scratches. A bit of balm and I'll be good as new.
I'm sorry for getting you involved in this, man. And it's my fault you got yourself injured. You shouldn't have been standing near a fish pond. Didn't even see that in the frame.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
Yeah. Why does it say 92 of the heart rate? I mean, I guess he has like going into cardiac arrest from like the loss of blood. I guess it took too long to like get dressed in my cute white outfit, but maybe we should have got him to a hospital as well. I mean, that's the thing that's like annoying about like, you know, like I know that you like don't want to worry people, but like when it comes to injury, my mother be like, dude, just tell me exactly where it hurts so I can like make it better. Don't try to like man out about that, because that's how you get like a weird infection in your hand, and then you lose the hand, And then what started out as a paper cut because it evolved into like a full-blown hand amputation. Don't mess around with your health. Take it seriously. But you're a celebrity, and this kind of thing could have a bad effect on your career. Well, not if you're like a singer, but like if you're a celeb, but if you're like a guitarist or something, man, I think maybe I may have just ruined your career.
Come on now. There's more to my charm than just my looks. I'm a man of many talents. Looks good, huh?
Yeah, it suits you.
Come on, chin up. There are plenty of other outfits that look good on me too. Maybe I'll show them to you someday.
Okay, that should be enough balm, and try not to get your hands too wet for the next few days. So, oh yeah, just use that your main hand as little as possible. And I'm sorry I messed up your night plans.
I didn't expect you to be such a pro at this.
Please, it was nothing.
I just want you to feel better. Well, considering the kind of people the Takedas are, I wouldn't blame you for wanting to give up the case.
Yes, they're selfish and even malicious, but everyone deserves to know the truth. Oh, that's debatable. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. I mean, like, helping Hitler to find the truth is not even, not everyone deserves to get what they want. Only good people deserve to get their truth if they want it, and if it's good for their health. I'm a detective, and it's my duty to help a client in need. Also, besides, I'm here for Ashley's commission. I need to get paid. The lights are about to go out in the office. I don't want her to be looked down upon simply because I gave it up.
If that's really what you want, I'll support you.
Sean smiles at me, and I saw tenderness and assurance in his eyes. That's what every sheik wants, an enabler, a friend. Just then someone knocks on the door. Wow, that's more than a wrist sprain. Like he came back with like, oh, Mr. Mariano, welcome back. How's your wrist? Well, it turned out that it was more than the wrist that was broken. That's like the whole arm.
A slight fracture, but thanks to this cast, it should be fine. Thanks for asking.
Oh, it was a compound fracture, but don't worry, with the bone sticking out. But I'm fine. As a butler, I'm used to that. I'm one hell of a fragile butler.
And there is a message from Mrs. Takeda inviting you to speak with her at the tea house as soon as possible.
Mariano took one look at our clothes and quickly gave us a suggestion.
Many formalities must be observed during a tea ceremony. Make sure you dress smartly and show good manners. For your clothing, I would suggest something neat and noble.
Thanks for the advice, Mr. Millano. Nevada, clothing for the tea ceremony. As we reached the entrance of the tea house, a composed and elegant woman opened the door and came out. Her modern suit and sharp stiletto heels suited this sense of pride that she exuded.
May I speak with Mr. Makoto Takeda? I would like to talk with him about tailoring.
Perhaps he is in the inner court now. Would you like me to lead you there?
Guess there's more than one demon roaming around in that mansion because that chick has like the red eyes.
Thanks, but not now.
I am Matsumoto, the top honorary advisor of Amber Glimmer, a woman not to be trifled with in the fashion world. So basically, Lilith, but older from like Infinity Nikki. Queen Lilith.
Queen Lilith skinny.
Yeah, I know. You're like very skinny. She was also the youngest honorary supervisor to ever work at the Patterson School of Design. Yeah, of course, because she made a contract with a demon. It's very easy to get everything. Whatever, or maybe the demon, maybe like the demon was like a monkey paw type of demon. Most of them are monkey paw type of demons, so don't make deals with demons. It always ends badly. Especially like Korean demons, cause like they take people's soul after 10 years. At least like with Catholic demons, they like give you a longer time to like run around on planet Earth doing evil upon people. But now like the Korean demons, they can't pay their dues after 10 years. And here's I am Matsumoto standing right in front of me. By the time I had decided I should try and say hello, she was long gone. I guess she got bored of me mumbling and like calling her a demon. Or somebody that made a deal with a demon. Bye-bye! I might as well be invisible to her. I gotta trip her next time. Maybe then she'll pay attention to me. That's what I learned. Those are the terrible lessons I learned in high school. That's how you get people's attention. Sensing my trepidation and disappointment, Sean gives me a reassuring smile.
You'll get another chance down the line. Don't worry.
Yeah, maybe. As I try my best to reassure myself that was true, I knock on the door of the tea house. Miss Takeda sat behind the desk brewing tea, and as we stepped in, we were greeted by a look of indifference. I'm sorry, I didn't pack a kimono. Kimonos are expensive these days, you know.
Have a seat, please.
Judging by Makoto's tantrum, he apparently was unaware his mother had hired a detective. Now she was asking us to speak with her without Makoto's presence, and could she be hiding something? If so, then what? Haggard eyes, beautiful kimono, and fancy jewelry. That's what we had to note. After we waited a long time, Miss Takeda put away her teacup and started discussing the matter at hand.
I've come to know something about the puzzles, and I am convinced that my son is in danger.
Has the suspect behind the puzzle case shown up? Puzzle case. Crime. Danger. If I had to guess, it's probably the Riddler. And the only other person related to puzzles that I know in popular media is Yami Yugi. Remember the Millennium Puzzle? I guess that lucky it was like an Egyptian pyramid and not like a crossword puzzle that you like build on the board and then it forms a pretty picture.
Correct. The day after the puzzles appeared, something unusual happened.
Now, the Millennium Puzzle is actually one of the first 3D puzzles, if you think about it, in popular media or something. Unusual.
Come, I'll show you the security footage.
A ghostly white figure appears, although hard to tell, it seems to be vaguely female. Vaguely female? Yeah. Maybe it's a male. Maybe it's a male yokai. I mean, yeah. If you didn't know that the Shomer was a dude, he could be vaguely female as well. Yeah, that is clearly an Yakashi. We're getting into this sci-fi thing is turning kind of supernatural.
Or Rika Fairy from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Or maybe it's like some weird holographic technology that got recorded there. You know, that's another way that you can use sci-fi technology to make something look supernatural. You know, just get one of them fancy holograms. Well, the holographic technology is not there yet. Like, if you look at a hologram for a bit too long or look too closely at Hatsune Miiku's in the eye, my vision will pop. Like, seriously, most of the holograms I've seen just like hurt my eyes after looking at them for very long. She looks like a Rika Snow Fairy from Yu-Gi-Oh! But then again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has like so many cards that you're bound to run into a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card that looks like something else. She wanders to and fro like an apparition, and her hair flows in midair. Or maybe she has a fan behind her. That's a good, you can do a lot of crazy stuff with like special effects with a shoestring budget. She appears in the courtyard, inside the room, and even inside this tea house. She can show up almost anywhere, and she wanders throughout the house with her eyes like two black voids. Gazing at the fullness and chills on my spine, but I'm also enthralled at the mystery of it all. So you brought like a regular detective with mild telepathy skills to go see about a ghost. I feel like they should have called it Ghostbusters for this. This is more along the area of expertise, or I don't know, get Ichigo Kurosaki to go handle this chick before she turns hollow. Or maybe Nikki. She has dealt with ghosts before, like the Banshee and Philomena's ghost in the last update. That it seemed very Halloweeny, but it came out in like spring. It came out in the spring, you know. Whatever. Moving on. Madam, are you saying that?
Do I have to spell it out for you? She's the one attempting to hurt my son. She's the suspect.
So a ghost chick is trying to hurt your son. But we only saw her wandering aimlessly, and there's no evidence of her attacking anyone. Obviously, if it's a ghost is doing the attacking, then it turns into... We need more tapes to see if it's like I guess this is the paranormal activity portion of the game. Like, you know, that ghost start by moving various objects before it escalates. Well, I remember in like the show, in like the Netflix show called Evil, it explains the steps that like demons and other worldly spirits do in order to gain a stronger foothold on the world of the living. It's not that at first that they start like horror movie stuff where they do little things. It's that at the beginning they only had the power to make little small changes, but then once they get a stronger foothold on the world of the living, using your life force to fuel their powers, then they eventually get to the point where they can like grab you and choke you and like toss you around. So it's best not to let it escalate to a point where like the ghost demon or all of the above gets that it can hurt you. But the point of it is you should call Ghostbuster. Just I'm just a telepath detective. I'm not a... Just because somebody can do telepathy doesn't mean that they can do all of the other magic stuff. Call Mob Psycho. Well, who else does the ghost stuff? Whatever. What makes you feel she's intent on harming your son?
What, you don't believe me?
I mean, this house has a top of the line security. It would be impossible for an intruder to break in. How serious? Dude. The main character of this game must be Must be a little bit of that. I'm a little bit. But then again, she's only been like a detective for 3 days. Another possible reason may be that.
I don't want to hear it. I'm positive she has it out for my son. She is the culprit. I'm sure of it.
Maybe she's like Mary Kate and Ashley that were models turned detectives. Miss Takada was becoming hysterical, so I decided to focus on something else. I do agree that the perception in this video seems suspect, man. Must be the work of an enemy Stan. Assuming that she's the one we're after, we must determine her motivation to protect your son. Well, he casually like did harm on somebody that just came into their house, so it's just very. So he could have very easily randomly like angered the wrong individual who's come for revenge. Does your son know anything about this video?
No. I'm afraid it will unsettle him. So I only said something weird happened recently, nothing in detail.
And why are you assuming that it's after your son? Well, then again, that's the mother's perspective to everything. Even if it's like a spoiled little redhead, he's her spoiled little redhead. My little angel's just going through a tough time. Cocaine's got him going nuts, but at least he's no longer doing fentanyl. Oh, whatever, that was a bad joke. I am sorry if anyone's going through that, and I hope your family members get better. He's the one being targeted, so we need to talk with him. Madam, would it be alright if we speak with your son?
I doubt you'll get much out of him. He'll just think I'm using you two to put ideas in his head.
Well, maybe you are using us to put ideas in his head, you know? Like gaslighting and stuff.
You'll have to find a way to make him trust you.
Find a way to make somebody trust you. Well, trust is not built overnight, unless if you're hard on his type. And then to the power of bonus, he'll trust me immediately. As a wife, Miss Khalifa began to silently calculate what to do next. Then the recommendation quest for mind roll were coming again. If it's true that you can't have two minds, so it's better to finish the matching test first and then think about the investigation. Well, you know, like, this time is a party of it. A hot fashion one thing, and one must be a big hit. I'm gonna go deal with like my fashion empire and then worry about like the weird ghost murder mystery going on. Well, nobody's got a murder yet. I feel the figure of seeing that you are called the Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Ghostbusters! That's one pet peeve that I have, that they didn't do the, the sovereign of sexy in Nikki. Like, they built it up like it was like the second coming of Christ and then it never came. Well, I guess that also happened in like the real world, but whatever.
What's that floating? Okay, look at all that.
This game also gives you like to play out the fantasy of getting like 200,000 likes in a single fashion short. It's just like ridiculous numbers. Why is she being a detective if she gets such numbers?
She's not monetized.
Ah, yeah, she's probably not monetized. Dude, you gotta get like monetized as quickly as possible so that you can make money out of your like shorts and stuff.
Yeah, but since she's making church, she needs to get 40 million shorts.
Yeah, but then again, since she's like trying to like get monetized by shorts, she needs to make like 40 million views in 90 days. Well, at least that's how you have to do it to get monetized in Google. But that's like, after doing the math, we realized that was an impossible number. So then that's why we got into like the video game live streaming thing, because we were never gonna get monetized by just doing shorts. You get the hours there, little industry secret. You get your monetization hours by getting like by hour, not by pay views. And the best way to get hours is, well, you know. Okay, now this is the next chapter story, 7-12, right? After I changed, I follow Miss Takeda's winding to the courtyard and ending up in her son's cabin. In the garden, a splendid cherry tree is blossoming, and quite a sight to behold, especially at this time of year. That's very saucy. Maybe the tree is haunted. At least that's what I learned from Ghostwire. There were a lot of haunted cherry blossom trees in Ghostwire. Is this it?
Yes. The gate is the only way in. This is the safest place in this house.
And if you learn anything from Ghostwire Tokyo, is that just stay away from the trees in Japan. They're all haunted.
I make him practice kendo here. If he gets something wrong, then he gets grounded and...
Was that Miss Matsumoto?
What? What's happened?
Must be the work of an enemy stand. Sean, let's go check it out. I trust that you'll be able to use your karate on a ghost. Ghosts are afraid of karate. You ever seen a ghost hunt like in the house belonging to Jackie Chan? Jackie Chan doesn't suffer from ghost problems, or does he? That could be funny. It's a paranormal activity, but it's in Jackie Chan's mansion. I bet he can make something hilarious, just combining karate and ghosts. Or maybe I'm just crazy. Whatever.
Madam, it's Makoto. He... Makoto!
Oh no, the awful human being got murdered. The police and the paramedics arrived 15 minutes later. So wow, they took forever even to arrive to like a rich guy's house. So they like if the paramedics arrived after 15 minutes, like the guy's dead. Well, I guess that's what happens when you like have a house so far away in like the countryside that like the paramedics arrive when it's a little too late. But that's why that's why I know that like I've seen in like TV shows and stuff that's why a lot of rich people they have their own personal doctors, because if they gotta wait for like the paramedics to come to like their fancy ritzy mansions, then they might as well like even if they're going at top speed, it might, because of traffic, it may like they may arrive too late. The point is that you should have an on-house staff doctor, random rich lady. It's better to have a doctor not needed than to need it and not have it. While the paramedics tended to Makoto, the police had everyone stay where they were for police inquiry. Starting to see that like the main character of this game has like the Hercule Poirot curse. Like bad things happen wherever she goes, and then she's the solution to the problem, but also the weird karmic cause of it. I mean, and there's even like a creepypasta where I think the Hercule Poirot is the murderer in all of those stories, but then for the rest of because of his reputation, he convinces the people that he's framing that they have to confess, otherwise that he has all of that evidence against them, and then because of his reputation, then be like, we might as well confess to get like a lenient sentence, and then Hercule Poirot got away with murder again.
Seal off the area now. Only authorized family members are allowed in.
So we are detectives hired by the Takeda's house, and this is my colleague Sean. Just Sean! These are all of our findings thus far, and hopefully we can be of some use to the investigation. We think ghosts are involved and that the Cherry Blossom is our prime suspect.
It's very much appreciated, miss. We'll do what we can.
You should cut that tree just to be safe. Like, I normally am like save the trees type of person, but not if it's a murder tree. That's like harming, like, well, I'm not gonna say somebody that's like innocently, even like the worst person ever, but even so, whatever, move it on. Call the Ghostbusters. I'm worried about Makoto Takeda, and could you tell us about his condition?
He's still unconscious. He got cut up pretty bad and he's lost a lot of blood, so it's still touch and go.
Anything from the crime scene that points to the suspect?
We gave the area a once-over, but we didn't find any evidence of a physical altercation.
But if you didn't find evidence of a physical altercation and he's all caught up, I mean, He was carrying around a sword, so... And then maybe that shit lady, fashion lady, demon lady, caught him out with his own katana, and then she acted all innocent. It's just my preliminary...
We'll go to continue the investigation and see if anything turns up.
May I look at the crime scene myself, sir, and I promise not to interfere with your investigation.
Feel free. If you turn up anything, report it right back to us.
An on-site investigation? I see that detectives in sci-fi movies are capable and cool. I mean, the cyberpunk look very professional.
But try to also be convenient when, and there's a lot of evidence on site and we need to be careful. Alright, so we're gonna dress as cyberpunk. That way so I guess we're going for like a Blade Runner look.
Sunset after the rain flavor. I just got the idea.
Like, I'm gonna continue with the ally story though, Geralt. Since I started the last stream. I woke up to a dreary sky and tall buildings and neon lights. Everything was exactly the same as a moment ago, but there were no people, no traffic, no noise. Then what the hell are those flying planes thingies? The flying machines passed through the dark sky as if they were ghosts. What's going on?
Welcome!
I turned around to see Zero, who had escaped from the desert shop, floating nearly in the air. Before I could get any closer, it suddenly turned around and flew deeper into the city. At the same time, a small robot identical to it rushed from behind and disappeared among the skyscrapers. 2 Zero robots.
I had once developed a multifunctional service robot. This is the first generation, Zero. For some reason, Zero was not put into mass production, so it is the only one in the world. Yes, this technology is still under research. What I am constructing right now is just a framework. It's not quite stable and adaptable.
It is possible that the space is unstable, so it caused a misalignment. In that case, I need to find Geralt first. I walked along the road based on the map, and I didn't hear anything else besides the wind in my own footsteps. Up ahead is the intersection, and as far as I remember, there will be a desert shop on my left. Wait, turn left. I looked to my left where the flashing neon sign stretched in the end of the street, and there were no desert shops. And on the right side of the street stood the dessert shop. Everything is just like a mirror image. Should I turn left or right? Right. This way then. I took a deep breath and walked forward. And just one step forward made the pavement collapse, and the tall buildings on both sides tumbled down on me. Someone pulled me out of the danger before I was buried underneath the rubble.
Are you hurt?
I saw a familiar embrace enveloped by an aura I knew, and I was on the verge of tears. I'm fine, what about you? What's going on? The Matrix world is glitchy.
The consciousness space data has self-replicated for unknown reasons. The chaotic data flow draws us into a replicated mirrored space.
If we can't figure out why it's replicated, will we be trapped here forever?
We won't. I knew the root cause of the problem. Soon I can get you out of here.
Really?
An arduous journey is right ahead of us. A light and sporty outdoor outfit might help.
Plus, it's sweet and lovely. This will help reduce my stress, and let me give it a go. I held Garrett's hand tight the other way, and although my hands were wet with sweat, his was still dry. The building on both sides were thinning out, and the road was craggy. Where shall we go?
Where the data is in error. We are able to leave after the data is repaired.
In the midst of the conversation, we reached a church. The church was dilapidated, and the primitive design stood out from the rest of the modern buildings.
Here we are. Let's get in.
Perhaps it was that we had reached the targeted destination, and I could sense the excitement in Geralt's voice. Peering at Geralt and touching his less and warm fingertips, I felt a weird sense of emotions inside. Shall we get in? Yeah, let's go in. Right. I looked at Geralt and he was gazing and blinking at me. I just saw his avatar blink. I fought back the uneasiness I felt and pushed the door open and I walked in. And it was dim inside and I could barely see a thing. Geralt? There was no response. I turned around only to find the door being shut and Geralt nowhere to be seen. It was a trap! I suddenly realized something. That probably he was not Geralt. But at this moment, the light above me was turned on. Light from the dome shone through the stained glass and reflecting colors with a touch of romance and majesty. A girl stood under the light in the center of the church having matching outfits. Her back looked familiar. Hello? Slowly she turned around and I was dumbstruck. She was me. Or rather, she was an exact replica of me. What's going on? We had the same voice and the same expression, and even I was caught in a momentary trance. And who was the real me? Dude, obviously your first person is the real you. Just then the church door opened abruptly and heavy footsteps barging together with a chilly wind. And I turned around simultaneously. Well, I guess I got a Dark Link copy. Geralt? Geralt. Geralt stood at the doorway and his eyes furrowed and his fingers hovering above the holographic keyboard. I traced his fingers and saw that he was about to press delete. It seemed that Geralt was not surprised at all.
Listen to me. Because of some data errors, this building, which shouldn't have existed, was created.
And it's like Catholic church buildings, it's gotten so I guess like religion has been so sidelined in the world of life makeover that like churches are buildings that people don't even like recognize them as buildings in this alternate earth type of place. Or futuristic earth or whatever.
As long as I delete them, everything will be back to normal. But when they are deleted, all unprotected data in the building will be deleted along with it, so...
Geralt's words were less unfinished, but I got him. So he needed to identify the real me and add me to the protection mark. But is he the real Geralt? Even if he is Geralt, how can I get him to recognize me? At the moment, the stained glass began to rotate and his path started changing like a kaleidoscope. I can't figure out what will happen, but my instinct tells me that there's no time left.
Trust me.
And gave us first I turned to look at him, and the moment our eyes met, I suddenly understood his intentions. Having no time to ponder upon Guevara's identity, I gritted my teeth and ran towards him. My fingers almost reached the delete button when my replica, whose actions were in unison with me, hesitated. Then and then Guevara swiftly entered a code and pressed delete. The moment he pressed the button, all the lights were out. And then the stained glass cracked and the chairs was tumbling down, and Guevara held my hand and rushed out. His hand in mine was warm and tight, and although tremoring slightly from the stress, it was as reliable and dependable. He was Guevara of Rivia.
You're up?
As I opened my eyes, I saw Guevara next to me, and the dark clouds that densely covered the city had faded away. Brighter one sunlight spun over the sky and rendering 1,000 miles of rosy evening glow. Are we back?
Yes, we're back.
Looking at the sunset, I am immersed in the aftermath of the havoc. But at least I swiveled around to look at Guevara, and his delicate and imposing figure was basking in the setting sun. But at least we get this sunset. I have a question. Do these replicas know what they were doing? First, a replica of you led me to the church. And then there was a replica of me to confuse you so you would not delete any data rashly. It's just like everything had been preordained.
It should have something to do with the protection system of the data space. Data errors had replicated the protection system automatically to prevent themselves from being destroyed. They learned from the conscious bodies in the space and then worked out a feasible plan. And protecting themselves from deletion was given top priority. Therefore, they would hesitate before the delete button. They are not conscious, but their actions are indeed worth studying.
Ice cream. Is it to make up for the one that fell on the floor earlier?
Yes.
It's sweet and a little sour, and it felt warm in my mouth. Warm ice cream. What flavor is it?
Sunset after the rain flavor. I just got the idea.
Would you like to make a real one for me after we get back to our world? We can call it Fiery Sunset.
Right.
Don't you have any opinions about it? It sounds like a show for seniors.
I think it's great because you name it.
Sounds like the main character was like fishing for compliments. As we talked, the sun vanished below the horizon, and lights on the streets and the buildings busted the city. And everything about the city looked adorable and cozy after today's adventure. And I wish everything here were real.
Your wish will come true.
Huh?
Someday, humans will be free from their bodies, living in the city of consciousness, realizing eternity.
I don't know, that sounds like a type of hell. Forever existing in this imperfect world.
And this is the first city of consciousness.
Will we live here too? In a city we construct until the end of time.
Of course, as long as you want to.
Well, people talk about like fancy digital cities and stuff, but like circuit degrades, the sun may explode or cause a weird sort of flare that makes all of the electronics malfunction. Myriad of twinkling lights were kindling the vigor of the city, and my heart filled with happiness beyond words. This was our city, and someday in the future we would embrace our eternity in it. In the future. I glanced back at Gerald. The future might not be too far-fetched. Alright, that's enough life makeover for today. Hope you found what I streamed amusing. Bye bye and God bless.